They're Harold Penisman butt plugs. A fan made them.
La 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 la. Here we go.
It's the Bible reloaded, logic explosion, like Jesus and Moses, but it's Hugo and Jake. The Bible is jaded, and most of it taken, so get educated with Hugo and Jake. Pull up a new and stop what you're doing, it's Bible reloaded time. They call it debated, the theist will hate it, like Dorian Silk, but it's Hugo and Jake. So I'm with the show then, it's not candy coated, it's the Bible reloaded, with Hugo and Jake, with Hugo and Jake.
Hello everyone, I'm Hugo. I was curious why you were doing the deep... I was confused. I didn't...
Jake.
That. Okay, we're here to do another chick tract.
Yeah.
This one's called... What's this one called?
It's called Payback, like that movie with Ben Affleck. You guys remember? That was Paycheck, wasn't it? That was Paycheck.
I definitely don't remember.
You remember the time travel movie with Ben Affleck and Uma Thurman, in which case there's Paycheck or something, and they ride a motorcycle together through a bunch of tubes and some industrial... It doesn't matter what that movie's about, just know that it exists.
Okay, here's the tract based on the film
Paycheck with Ben Affleck. Bye, Mr. Banks. I'll be back first thing in the morning. Don't forget to take your medicine.
Okay, thank you, Kelli. That's why you're my favorite nurse. You're the whitest. He's a racist character.
Oh.
I've decided this character is very racist.
Alan, you look like Jim Jones. What's wrong?
Man, this is some house. It just makes me want to... Was Jim Jones the tennis shoe guy or the Kool-Aid guy?
No, he was the Kool-Aid guy.
Okay. Something about this house makes me want to get a bunch of Kool-Aid.
Drink it.
He looks like Jim Jones.
He looks
get
it's
the general. Yeah.
That makes you upset? Why would the size of his house... He was an investor.
I hate that old guy.
Why?
We should have a home just like that. We deserve it because reasons.
Okay, but, consider this. I'm a nurse. You don't have a job. That's why you can pick me up for my nurse job. And also, he owns stock in Coca-Cola and Google. He's an investor in both of those companies.
And I look like a mass murderer. Why am I not getting paid? Is all I'm saying. He owns Coca-Cola. I look like a guy who killed a bunch of kids. Okay?
I'm gonna throw this out there. I don't know if it is Jim Jones's fault, but I don't know that that's considered murder.
Hey, don't take this away from me.
All right.
That's all I've got.
All right.
But it's impossible. It's never gonna happen.
I mean, it's not. Nothing's impossible, Alan, you Debbie fucking down. We could invest. We just need to find the next Google or Coke. And then, my client, Mr. Banks, he really trusts me, and that may be our doorway to riches. By the way, this was all a scheme.
3 months later.
I bide my time.
Nurse Kelli, can we come by and see Uncle John?
I'm terribly sorry. He's had a sleeping pill and he's sound asleep now. Actually, he takes several Ambien throughout the day just to get him to the point where he can be lulled to sleep. I actually have to play a lute. He's very rich and eccentric.
Why a lute? Does it have to be a lute? Or
it's a lute. He'll know the difference between a lute and a lyre.
You come in here with a fucking recorder.
Flute.
He's gonna say, get the fuck out of here.
Is a lute a wind instrument or a...
Yeah, it's a wind instrument.
Okay, then...
No, lute's the...
ding. That's why I said lyre, okay.
Lute's the green sleeves one.
I don't know what that reference means.
Green sleeves. Dun, 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 dun. Like when you think of Ren Fair guitar, that's the lute. Just me?
Yep.
That's depressing. Who was that on the phone, Kelli? Was it my relatives? I'm very lonely and frail.
Mr. Banks, you know none of your relatives have ever called you. I'm the closest thing you have to any relationship at all.
All I'm saying is you touch a couple kids, all of a sudden the family's not... Back in the 60s, that was just what you did. It was just what you did.
I don't think I was around in the 60s. That's not a thing that...
This is why I watch Mad Men.
I thought you were going to say Matlock, which also made sense. age-wise.
You seem to be the only one who really cares about me, Kelly. If it weren't for your haircut, I might take you a courtin' down by the cinema.
A quarton?
A courtin'?
What is that?
Popcorn used to cost a nickel, and we used to cover it in sassafras.
Is that real? What's...
I don't know anymore.
The root sassafras?
Yeah.
That they made root beer out of?
Yeah.
Sarsaparilla? Okay, Are you just saying things that sound old-timey?
Back in my day, we used to take Gene Kelly down to the
Kelly?
We used to take him down to the picture show.
What pictures would you watch?
That was a fine how to do.
What picture did you watch?
We saw Gone with the Wind 7 times in a row.
I would have pegged you for more of a Birth of the Nation type of guy, but... You mustn't let your family upset you. I say upset, not upset. You say it wrong, not me. They're busy with their own lives, but I'll always take care of you. You can tell that because I italicized, bolded, and underlined. I used all 3 of them.
2 weeks later.
Hey, sweetie, your lawyer left some papers for you to sign. Are you up to it?
I don't really feel good, but I'll do it for you.
Oh, you're so...
You look like Liza Minnelli on a bender.
Liza Minnelli. You're such a love.
4 days later.
What? Okay.
Jumping around in time. I don't know if all the time jumps were necessary. Okay. Kelly, I think I'm dying. Where's my doctor? Did I take my medicine? I'm so sick.
Oh, no, sweetie, you just... No. You look like Steve Bannon, that's all. It's not so bad.
I'd rather be dead.
Well, you look like Steve Bannon, like, on a Monday. He's got a case of the Mondays. Mondays Steve Bannon.
Monday Steve Bannon if he lost about 100 pounds.
Ouch.
That evening...
Wait, hold on, you're getting better every day. Trust me. Take this elixir that's clearly poison.
Man, that guy really should have watched The Sixth Sense.
That was so fucked. That girl was creepy as shit. I remember being scared as fuck when she threw up.
Yeah.
I was like, don't.
And then he made Devil. He wrote Devil. He produced Devil. He had something to do with Devil.
That movie could have been good.
But then he made Split, so...
He also made The Village.
Well... He also...
And Avatar.
Yeah, that one will do it. That evening... Oh, God. Oh, it's like a whale. It's like someone's going down on a whale. Okay. Now
sorry, this is how I cry. I'm sorry to call you, but your father passed away. We did everything we could.
Wow.
Myself. Just me.
And a series of apparently ethnic nurses who we never see.
Yeah.
Whoops. 3 weeks later.
Hey, look, it's the guy from the Actors Guild.
I was just gonna say, actually, if he wasn't so racist, maybe one of his ethnic nurses would have pointed out the poison. That's a lesson to you kids.
Wow.
Don't be racist, or else you'll be poisoned by your white nurse. Wait. This is the last will and testament of John Wilson Banks. I, being of sound mind and body, do hereby bequeath all of my worldly goods to my friend and saintly nurse Kelli James, and nothing to Shaniqua, Katiqua, Maniqua. I'm pretty sure none of these are real names. I'm Maniqua. I stand corrected.
But what about his children? Well, I'm one of them. One of his kids.
What does it mean?
Are you fucking Smeagol?
I don't know.
Oh, the precious
She kind of looks like it.
Trixie Harbinses.
That's a decent
I'm just saying,
Smeagol.
if any voice is coming out of that face, is
Yeah,
it not that?
No, it's that.
Yeah.
Does she get everything?
Everything. This is illegal. This is legal in every way. I
You
mean,
don't sound very sure.
I'm sorry.
Lawyer guy, you don't.
No,
you don't sound very confident.
it's definitely legal, and I definitely was not paid to say that. This is great.
Trixie lawyers is
Could all potential hobbits under the influence of the One Ring please leave these proceedings? 7 years later.
What the fuck is with this time bet?
I don't know,
Oh,
man.
What's the matter, Mrs. James? Are you sick? Maybe some form of ironic punishment because of past misdeeds?
To be fair, I got 7 years of literally rich.
Yeah, not bad.
That's pretty fine.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I have the cancer. The doctors say I'm dying.
Oh, my big sister had cancer.
Yeah, but I definitely have a different kind of cancer. Your sister's cancer. It's about me right now.
Okay, well, God took her cancer away. She also went to chemo a lot and took a bunch of medication. She got into an experimental trial, and that seemed to do pretty well, but it was God.
Oh. Well, do they have anything for hair cancer?
No.
I got tumors growing in my follicles.
No, it was right in her stomach. So.
She said stomach cancer?
Right in her belly.
Just general belly cancer?
Yeah. I'm a child. They don't explain. I know I sound like a mid-20s man, but I'm actually, believe it or not, young child. I know. Speech patterns aside.
You should do radio.
They really don't tell me anything. It's actually really disappointing. Anyway, Mr. Williams and the deacons prayed for her, and hey, Jesus healed her, so can we pray for you too? You can come to church with me, actually.
Well, I mean, but did they pray for hair cancer?
I mean...
It's something I very clearly have. Ooh, look who's in the background. Eye Patch Grandpa.
Not just Eye Patch Grandpa.
It's also John Williams, his name.
Bob Williams?
Bob Williams.
John Williams.
John Williams, the composer.
Of Star Wars fame.
Bob Williams, his less successful preacher brother.
Oh, okay.
That's
Gotcha.
fine.
That makes
Eye
sense.
Patch Grandpa.
Ugh.
Oh, that's a black preacher, sir. You just got stuck doing black preacher voice.
My brothers and sisters, today we continue our story of the prophet Elijah.
Psst, I'm glad you came.
But Bonnie, I haven't come yet. Oh. I too am glad that I have arrived at the church with you.
No, I mean, listen to this black preacher's voice. It's so sultry. 3 minutes of this, it gets me going. You won't believe it.
About 900 years before Christ, Israel was struck with a greedy, wicked king named Ahab, who lusted after his neighbor's vineyard. He just had to have it. But what a terrible price he paid. This beautiful vineyard was owned by a man named Naboth. Now I know what you're thinking. What kind of fucking name is Naboth? That's included in the backstory here. He was very distraught about his name.
I think I should have that vineyard. I deserve it. What do you think, Naboth?
I don't know. That's my.
You're my advisor.
No, that's my vineyard. I'm not an advisor. You're not following the story very closely.
Oh. Who's my advisor?
I don't know. You invited me over and then you just looked out the window and were like, I need to own that vineyard, but...
Oh, is that yours?
That's mine.
What do you do there? What kind of vines do you vine in?
Grapes, like a vineyard.
You don't do anything else? I don't even really like grapes.
Are you gonna take my vineyard even though you clearly don't understand or want it?
Do you have peaches?
This is the Middle East, so I'm gonna err on the side of caution and say no.
But peaches are also stone fruit. Grapes are that too, right?
Alright, I'm gonna go back home and try and start packing up as much as I can before whatever happens that's clearly gonna give you my vineyard.
You'll not be compensated.
Yeah, I got that.
Alright.
He said that it was passed down to me and my kids. I can't give it to you. Ahab was furious. Now, the power behind the throne was his wicked wife Jezebel, who saw him pouting in the palace like a spoiled brat.
Why is thy spirit so sad? Thou eatest no bread.
I have silly ecstasy. It makes me shit a lot. And also, that old guy, I thought he was my advisor, and then I wanted peaches, and he said all I have is grapes, and I'm like, I'm king, okay? I am king, and sometimes a king, you want a stone fruit, and I just found out I thought grapes were stone fruits. They're not. I mixed them up with dates. That's totally different.
Those are different.
What am I gonna do?
I guess
Can't eat bread or peaches now.
I guess I don't understand the problem you're having, but
I want bread and peaches. I want peaches and bread. But one makes me poop and the other one isn't available.
what does this have to do with his vineyard?
I want that too.
Dost thou now govern the kingdom
Why
of Israel?
Why are you talking weird?
Let thine heart be mercy.
Mary?
Be merry.
We have a golden cow ornament.
Yeah.
You're so tacky. I should have gotten the interior decorator. Your name's Jezebel.
I will give thee the vineyard.
You can't. I'm the king. You're the queen. You are a step down. I'm here. You're there. You don't get to give me things. But go ahead and go get that because I want it. But you just let me know that I let you get that for me. You didn't get it for me without me.
Okay, why don't you go get me a list of all stone fruits, and then we'll suss this out later, okay?
Okay, but I want the peaches.
Alright, that'll keep me busy. Poor Naboth was about to face the fury of one of the most vicious women who ever lived.
Wow.
Fuck Typhoid Mary. She was more just dumb, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose.
She took Ahab's royal signet ring, and that night Jezebel wrote letters to set Naboth up for destruction. Asterisk used to stamp the king. Really? Do you have to fucking explain what a signet ring? Oh my god. These fucking people. Like, even if, assuming you don't know what a signet ring is, the picture surely would have clued you in, right?
Right.
Did you need to explain further? I'm a little disappointed in the chick audience.
Maybe it's for blindies.
Jezebel's trap was set. Naboth was put in a place of honor amongst his people. This was the best day of his life. And isn't this a beautiful exterior shot of the church? Saves us a lot of time in drawing what I just said, doesn't it?
Did he just hold up like a sign and like his visual aids at church?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The two men appeared and began making false charges against Naboth.
Naboth blasphemed God and King Ahab. He was like, hey, they're bad guys. He only wants peaches. He doesn't know what a vineyard does. All lies.
Carl, I told you we're not doing the tough guys with high-pitched voices bit at
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to be more approachable, but also kind of look like a dwarf.
Yeah.
I feel like I was selling it pretty.
No.
No? Oh.
This monster should be put to death.
Okay, but now then you went over the top with the put to death and you called him a monster?
Okay, you do the high-pitched voice, I'll do my thing, it'll even out somewhere in the middle. Okay?
That's fine. I don't... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Stones and pot kettles and houses and stuff. Is that a dead guy?
Yeah. There was no escape. The angry crowd carried Naboth out of the city. Wow, apparently back then, angry mobs were very easy to assemble.
All you have to say is like, that guy was talking shit.
Yeah, there are no movies. What do you want to do this Friday? I don't know. We'll go down to the town square, wait for someone to piss someone off, stone them to death.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that explains.
That's why gladiators were very, very popular. Actually, the most popular sport in Rome was the chariots.
Well, that wouldn't...
The richest person of all time, according to, well, I don't know if that's now, but for a long time, was a chariot racer, even with inflation. Especially with inflation.
That kind of thing's kind of hard to nail down, because even you're talking about, like...
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, he was so far above that...
A more recent example of just obscene wealth, Rockefeller. There's no one alive today who is as rich as John Rockefeller was in his day.
According to his contemporaries, yeah.
But... I'd probably rather live as a poor person nowadays than I would as John Rockefeller back then, because I have the internet. You know what I mean? It's hard to talk about wealth. Relative wealth is what you got to talk about.
Well, yeah.
Compared to other people, and it's...
Anyway, here's a chariot guy. That's it. It's a fun factoid.
The worst part is, if I was in Rome, when you think about if you were to go back in time to Rome, you think chariots and, like, gladiators and stuff. I don't like sports
think
now.
It would even be fun.
So I'd probably be the dork who's there like, oh, did you see the chariot match? And I'd be like, I don't really follow chariots.
No,
I'm more... I read a lot of,
Tablets?
tablets. I don't know.
They had paper.
Paper. I'm waiting for plumbing to get around because honestly,
They had plumbing.
Well, I'm assuming at this point I don't have it. I'm not well off.
Oh, okay. Well, they had a public. That doesn't matter.
I check out the aqueducts. They're pretty great. I really appreciate that. But
Yeah, we get fresh water and. Hey, we can have sex slaves. That's pretty cool.
Nah.
I mean, you're probably that. Since you're poor.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're soft.
It's probably easier than this job.
Getting fucked is easier than this shit. Yep. So anyway, that dog ate his shit.
Poor Naboth was stoned to death by a screaming mob. Dogs rushed in and licked his body, licked his blood. That's disgusting. God took note of the place where they killed Naboth. That exact spot is where God would get his payback. Jezebel broke the news to her hen-pecked husband. Also, you can tell the chick audience, very not respectful of women or their wives because of how they describe shit like this. And
Hen-pecked?
trying to paint this biblical story with, 1950s sitcom. That's not how shit works, man. Ahab was excited. The vineyard was his at last.
Look at all these tiny prunes.
There was only one person that could wreck his day. That was Elijah, the prophet of God, who called fire down from heaven and had 450 of Jezebel's prophets put to death.
Wow, that's like a level 9 spell.
Yeah, that's pretty up there. Just saying.
Hast thou found me, O mine enemy? I talk like this now.
Yeah.
Trying it out.
Well, because thou hast sold thyself to work evil in the sights of the Lord, thus saith the Lord, in the place where dogs licked the blood of Naboth, shall dogs lick thy blood, and the dogs shall eat Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel.
Wait. I'm trying to suss this out. I don't know what any of that meant.
Okay, let me slow this down for you.
Okay.
You killed a guy
Sort of.
to get his grapes.
Peaches.
Nope, still grapes.
They're tiny prunes.
Okay, I'm not gonna play a game here.
Okay.
You killed a guy to get his vineyard,
Correct.
let's say. You killed him.
Yeah.
You're gonna die. Your wife's gonna die.
Why?
Because it's a bad thing to do. Shouldn't kill people.
But David, I know for a fact David did a very similar thing to this, and he was fine.
Listen,
He was fine.
I'm not gonna say that things are fair.
Killed a guy and just fucked his wife. I just took some plums.
I'm a cog in the machine that is God's plan.
Do you have a level 9 spell?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, wow.
In Ahab's last battle, an enemy soldier shot an arrow into the air and God guided it. Wait a minute.
God's a sniper spotter.
So did God just suck at aiming all the other arrows that people have shot at him throughout his entire life?
Yes.
This one, because it hit him, was aimed, but all the ones that missed were not.
Of course.
Do you understand why that's a ridiculous thing to say?
Yes.
And a backwards fucking... I am not talking to you.
Oh.
I'm saying in general,
To them.
if you don't understand the problem with that statement,
Mm-hmm.
you are an idiot.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thud. My king!
They got me!
I can see that.
Medic! Medic!
Please don't shout medic in my apartment building.
Someone will come.
Yeah, I don't want that.
They have bled all day.
Yeah, Ahab bled all day long in his chariot and died that evening. That's a good one.
All day.
Yep. His bloody chariot was washed in Jezreel, exactly where Naboth was killed, and the dogs licked his blood, fulfilling Elijah's prophecy. He had been paid back, 1 down, 1 to go.
Wow.
That's
God, by the way. He loves you.
yeah. Years later, that murderous old witch Jezebel finally went to the dogs. When the dogs were finished with Jezebel, not much was left. Yuck. It was pretty gross. See 2 Kings 9:30-30.
Teach your children.
You know what? I actually gotta look this up, because that looks like she fell out of a building. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Did she fall off?
She fell off the wall.
I think she fell off a wall, right?
Yep. Correct.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna look it up then. Jake remembered. And God sent them both to hell, for his eyes are upon the ways of man, and he seeth all his goings. Job 34:21.
Oh my god, I did the same thing to Mr. Banks that Jezebel did. I got him peaches. I'm gonna go to hell. Holy shit.
Don't look down on Jezebel and Ahab, because God knows we've all done things that
Wait!
should put us into hell.
The 6 or 7 panels above that, we're not supposed to look down on...
No.
How am I supposed to feel? I don't...
Okay,
Am I supposed to, indignant, but, overly pious?
let me unwrap this for you.
Okay.
I'm painting a picture to you of people that you're supposed to hate.
Correct.
And then I'm supposed to tell you, but don't hate them because you're just as bad as them, but you still hate them.
Right, because
So
of the
you-
way you described them. You literally just said, that murderous old witch Jezebel.
Right, and I want
Okay.
you to now think of that as you, and I want you to feel so bad you'll do whatever I say to feel less bad.
Okay, but your words were murderous old witch Jezebel.
I understand, but you're not supposed
I
to...
didn't even... You
no,
didn't
but
even
forget,
imply it.
But forget I said that part.
Oh.
Retain the emotional resonance that had, but forget I actually said those statements. So
Okay.
feel a certain way, but then I'm going to say an opposite thing to you, and then also feel that opposite way, okay? And then do the things I say.
All right.
Okay.
Is any guilt supposed to happen?
Oh yes, you're supposed to be very guilty. God left heaven to go to the cross and shed his precious blood to wash away your sins, which, let's be real, you totally don't deserve, you pieces of shit. He died and was buried, and 3 days later, his son rose from the dead. You're a garbage human being. If you believe in him, being the piece of shit you are, worthless without him, and trust the Lord Jesus Christ as your personal savior, though I don't know why he'd bother with you, because you're such a fucking piece of shit, you will be saved and go to heaven, you garbage waste of space.
Yeah, I believe in you, Jesus. Please save me.
That was a little weak, but I'll allow it.
Pastor Malcolm, I've been a Jezebel.
Oh, you're
I've been a Jezebel.
that's like colloquial for slut.
Yeah,
so you
it
probably
sure
don't want to
is.
say that if you don't mean you've been getting lots of dick.
I'm responsible for the death of an old man, a dear old man. Bob Williams, will you back the fuck up for a minute? Bob, this is not your tract, Bob Williams. You don't need to be a fucking... You're the extra in the movie that tries to get into frame. I cheated his relatives out of their inheritance. I've been a wicked woman and now I'm dying of cancer. Wow. Has God really forgiven me?
Whoa, bitch, probably not. I don't know.
He did give you cancer.
He did give you cancer. I was just
Right.
gonna say, I mean, that's a sign of nothing else. But anyway, it says here I'm supposed to say yes, Kelly, that's settled. But what do you think God would have you do now?
I know just the thing. Do you know where I can find a good lawyer? Because then I can give all this shit to the family, even though I robbed them of 7 years of this. It doesn't make up for at
Maybe
all.
she made some really good investments. She did figure out what the next Coke was, and she grew it exponentially. That's what it was.
Okay.
The new Coke was new Coke. She invested in new Coke.
Did you know that this is in the books? This is actually kind of what happened to Frodo. But he's the bad guy, sort of. Bilbo adopts him, not supposed to, gives him tons of money.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny. I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy. I'm sci-fi guy, not fantasy guy.
Oh, well, I was just saying, it's weird to have it framed by a sane person and then an insane person. And he's the hero.
Oh.
Yeah.
A week later. Please sign these papers, Mrs. James. I am a lawyer, as you can see, because of this paper and pen.
Pastor, wait, you're a pastor?
No, I think the other
The other guy's the
other
pastor?
guy's the
Okay.
pastor.
You're all very blurry. The hair cancer spread to my eyes. Pastor, I've called a lot of people and asked them to forgive me for the terrible things I've done. Not a lot picked up. And all that did, save one, all that did said, I'm glad you have hair cancer. The other person said, oh, I didn't know you had hair cancer. Good. So, I mean, it was a different, but the same.
2:14 a.m. Kelli James is pronounced dead. We're going home to glory, Kelly.
Ah, is this space?
It's, you'd call it space.
I'd call it space.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Glorg.
Glorg?
Yeah, we don't speak English. Why would we speak English? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Wow, that adds up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kelli James is dead. I'm the lawyer from 7 years ago, remember? I look exactly the same, though. Though it's from the back, so it is hard to tell.
Good, I'm glad she's dead.
We've always hated her guts for what she did to us, that witch, and yet we showed up to her funeral or will reading for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, she tripled your father's fortune and... Oh, see, she did! Okay, look, she did invest it. She tripled it.
So she's a good investor, business person.
Okay.
What?
But, you know,
What?
I always liked her.
I agree.
Me too. She had a good heart.
I'm still never forgiving her. What the fuck are you guys on? Are you
Okay.
kidding me? She did a really shitty thing.
And then it says, but if ye do not forgive, neither will your Father which is in heaven forgive your trespasses.
Okay, so...
Here's the thing, though.
So wait, you have to be two-faced and someone has to pay me?
Right, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't seem like they're forgiving her, like, because, we get triple the money now, yay. It seems like the people are being two-faced for forgiving her, not the guy who's still saying, I'll never forgive her. It seems like he's being more
Sincere, he's honest.
sincere in his convictions.
He's like, no, that was fucked up. 7 years? We're not even the same group of people we were last time. That's how much time has passed.
Like, maybe there were probably hospital bills in that time that could have been paid for. All I'm getting from this is, hey, if you get a chance to steal money from someone, you definitely should, and then just hope for forgiveness later. Because this lady got 7 years of being rich, helped other people become rich, still got to go to heaven when she died.
Which is, like, richness for your soul?
Basically. So if I know this is an old, but like if Hitler got saved right before he died,
Yeah?
he fucking nailed it. He fucking nailed life so hard. He was just like,
Yeah, I got to...
he hated things.
You got to
and was
poop on Eva Braun?
in charge of every fucking person in that region.
Hey, man. That's the way you want to do it. Hey, what are we going to do today? How about we destroy the hinterlands? That was more Arnold than...
Can we get a movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger plays Hitler?
It'll be called Strong Hitler.
But it's like a serious performance.
Yeah, that's a really good movie idea, though.
Basically, remake Downfall, but with Schwarzenegger.
Oh, there we are. All right. Well, so I guess we've learned all there is to learn from Jack Chick. And his wisdom is no longer useful. Doesn't mean we won't do these anymore. My computer made a rumble. Or maybe it was outside. What's happening?
I don't know.
Are events happening?
We'll investigate. Until next time. Oh, follow us on Twitter at Bible Reloaded.
Maybe don't bother, though. Events are happening.
Okay, follow me at Hugo Reloaded. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell if you want to make sure you get a notification every time we do a video, because YouTube's being very selective about what stuff gets put.
Definitely hit the bell. And
Hit the
also, consider doing Patreon for us and for whoever, even $1. We send a lot of stuff out at this point to make it worth your time. You're going to get extra stuff, and every Patreon patron henceforth will get exclusive to patrons, and also on the VidMe at Hugo and Jake, if that's what you want to do. Exclusive audio commentaries for movies that you like. Maybe we've already watched them. A lot of stuff that's on PureFlix, so I would suggest getting a PureFlix, or donning your pirate hat and sailing the internet seas in search for them.
So, until next time, I'm Hugo.
Jake.
Those butt plugs, they're too big.
They are too big.
Look how big these are.
Oh, that makes a satisfying clop, though.
That's just champion level.
Like, what are you gonna do?
I can't even close my entire... Look at that.
I've never taken a shit this big. Like at its widest part?
No.
Nah.
That would cause permanent damage. Anyway, this is the end of the...
Yeah. You wanna touch him again? Oh, God. Okay. Don't lick it. Don't lick the butt plug.
I can see how fuzzy it is. That tasted like I thought it would.
It smells like a butt plug.
That one was inside me.
Oh. You prepped?